Well, hello fellow travelers. Good afternoon. Today we're going to go on a trip looking for the Liberty Bell of the West. I happen to know of a place on a little island in a small town here, and technically it's in Illinois, but to get there you have to go through Missouri, and the town's called Kaskaskia, Illinois, and they've got something there called the Liberty Bell of the West. It was originally given to the church by Louis the 15th. So yeah, come on, let's go see if we can find the Liberty Bell of the West. Okay, on the way there to Kaskaskia, or Kaskaskia, depending on how you want to pronounce it, I just noticed something off on the side of the road here. I'm going to see how close I can get to it. This is pretty cool. It's one of the last remaining Indian burial mounds from this area. If I understand correctly, there used to be quite a few Indian burial mounds around here, but this is pretty much the only one that I know where to find it on the Missouri side. I believe there's also, actually I think there's one closer to Lithium, Missouri, which maybe we'll make a quick run over there and see if we can find that one while we're in the area. And but meanwhile, I'm going to try to see how close I can get to this one here. It's pretty cool, and it's bigger than I thought it was. From the road, I've seen it before, and it looks much smaller, but boy, when you get right up on it, oh my, the road just kind of ends here. Yeah, that's the thing about these country roads, you never know where you're going to go. I'll show you guys where I'm at here. So there's the end of the road, and there is the Indian mound. So I'm gonna have to try to go from the other side, see if I can get over there, I think. Alrighty, let's see how close I can get to this mound before the people working just down the road there harvesting the corn come up and say something. But since they've already obviously gotten this area, I have a feeling they'll just leave me alone because they're busy working. This is pretty cool. I've wanted to check this out for many years, and it's much bigger than I thought it was. Mound builders used to be pretty prevalent in this area. In fact, my grandma grew up in this area. She told me that they used to plow over these things, just like this one's been plowed over, and they would always find different artifacts. And they would simply, and even bones, they would simply chuck them off to the side and try to get rid of them because they didn't want people coming around, nosing around their fields. So, see how this one goes. It's bigger than I thought it was. It's pretty cool. I've never been this close to it before. And this is the last one I know of in this immediate area, but there might be another one down there by Lithium. We'll go take a look at that and see if I can find anything down there. Yeah, they seem too busy harvesting what's left of the corn to bother with me. But I tell you what, these little stumps of corn left are hard to walk through. These things are tripping me something fierce. I might still end up on my butt on this trip. Nowadays they got the no-till planting, so hopefully that helps this thing last a little longer, but who knows, I don't know if it's ever been checked out or there's any interest in it by the scientific community or the local community. I'm sure everybody who lives around here knows about it. Yeah, it's a little bigger than I thought. It was like 3 or 4 feet tall from the road. But yeah, it's looking 8 feet tall, maybe 10 feet. and they just plant right over it. But I mean, I can't really blame them. They're not hurting anything by doing it, as far as I can tell anyway. But I'm definitely no expert. Yeah, let's go check this out. Climb on top of an Indian mound, and there might even be a smaller one, it looked like, on the other side. It looked like this might be the big mound and a smaller mound on the other side. Of course, this is probably somebody's property, but there's no trespass sign, and I'm not hurting anything. How about that? I'm on top of the Indian mound in St. Genevieve on the way down to Kaskaskia to check out the Liberty Bell of the West. There is a smaller mound on the other side. So this is one of two mounds. How about that? I didn't even realize the smaller mound was here. I am going to think twice before I try to walk through corn like this again. Well, we might as well check out the little one too. Nothing too dramatic to see, but still pretty neat. Now this one is only about 3 to 4 feet tall. Oh, maybe not. Maybe only from this side. Maybe on the other side over there it's a little taller, 5 feet. This is some difficult walking, and there's no easier way back. I have to go right back the way I came. Yeah, it's definitely a secondary mound. How about that? Hey, they stopped the corn down real good over here. I can walk pretty easily now. How about that? A smaller mound, and then right behind it a bigger mound. Looks like the smaller mound's about 5 feet tall, 4 feet, 5 feet, depending on where exactly you call the base. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, that bigger mound on this side is about 10 feet tall. Well, that is neat. That is neat. You just don't see that every day. They have some in Cahokia, obviously, but those are maintained by the government. This is just left out here, and as time erodes it, time's gonna erode it. Eventually, it won't even be here anymore. Yeah, it might be 12 feet on this side, maybe 15. European viewers, 15 feet is about just a little less than 4 meters, maybe 5, a little less than 5 meters, or no, right at 5 meters, I guess. Well, all right, on the way to Kaskaskia, came across the small town of Lithium, Missouri. And it's a really cool town. It's very small, though. It was a town since about 1882, I think. And at its height, it only had like 98 residents. But it had 2 lithium springs, which had very good medicinal quality. And because of it, they built a bathhouse around one of them, which I'm about to show you here. And the other one, I don't know what happened to the other one. Actually, I have no idea where the other one is. But they built a bathhouse around the one, and Because of the lithium springs, they ended up with 2 general stores, a Baptist church, a Catholic church, and 2 mills, along with a brickyard. But the population never much broke 98. So, at any rate, here is the first lithium spring, and it's been raining over the weekend. So there's a bit of water in there. Yeah, it's not usual. I've never seen it this full before, but it is completely full of water right now. Which actually, if you ask me, makes it look just a little bit cooler. This would be great if you were a kid in this town. You go, oh my gosh, there's a frog in there. Wow, this is really pretty cool. I've seen it before. Usually just that little part in the corner over there has water in it. There's a bench there for sitting on. But I guess it fills up like this pretty often, or if you plug up the hole. But yeah, it's a really nice looking little town. It's got a little park over here. Let's go sneak a peek at that park. Yeah, for so few residents, they got a nice little town here, nice little park. And over on the other side, I'll show you guys some Indian mounds. Yeah, it's a little bit wet out here today, but not too bad. Not like it was over by the the spring there. There's the old hook, whatever that is. I guess it's just for transporting people and things. Nice little pavilion, barbecue pit, rocks to protect it, lithium park. Cool, this is really nice. What you say we go look for those Indian mounds? I know they're just down the way here, so let's go take a peek. Okay, and right out here, right in the middle of that field, there's another Indian mound. It'd be pretty cool to live right in the middle of a historic area. Although, as far as I know, nobody's really studied the history. Yeah, it looks like there might be a couple of hills out there. There's the big one, and right over there is another one. Pretty cool. Way back whenever Kaskaskia was created, the Mississippi River was right here, but now there's just a little channel coming through. This area will flood whenever the water's up, but the river definitely flows on the other side of the island now. Originally it flowed on this side of the island, and St. Mary back there that we just passed through was a much bigger town, but now the river changed direction. It's on the other side of the island, which made Chester a much bigger town. And St. Mary just kind of faded away. But also a whole bunch of the town of Kaskaskia was wiped out whenever the river changed directions. So they moved part of the town to where it is now. But there's not much left. And its heyday, there was a lot more people here. Now you see this road coming up. It's sitting on top of a levee. This levee was created prior to 1973 to keep the river out, but in 1973 this levee got breached, and what was left, which wasn't much, what was left of the town was wiped out. So they built this bigger levee to hold the water back, which would have been fine, except that 20 years later in 1993 they had an even bigger flood. They call it a 500-year flood, and this levee was breached, and that really did damage. That took the population of the island down to about 9 people. Okay, we're on Kaskaskia, on the island, in the town. We're at the Church of the Immaculate Conception, which was hit really hard in the flood of '93. Greatly damaged, but the people of the town and the people of the area have really come together to repair this church tremendously. They've done an amazing job. See if I can get us inside here. I cannot. Closed today. Now back in '73, right where that tree is on the corner, there used to be a general store that even had a gas pump. It was kind of cool. Now the population of this island, back when it was in its early days in the 1700s, there was a population of right around 7,000 people living here. The whole island is only 144,000 acres, which is not all that big, but it was for about a year it was the first state capital of the state of Illinois before the capital was moved to Vandalia. So let's see what we've got here. There's the Kaskaskia Bell State Memorial. Looks like it's closed, but they got good windows we can see inside. Let's go take a look and see if we can see the Liberty Bell of the West. And the reason it's called the Liberty Bell of the West is because whenever the United States won independence from England in the Revolutionary War, the bell was rung to announce to everyone that had happened. It's not a very good picture from this side. See if I can see it better on the other side. And the bell itself is actually cracked just like the Liberty Bell. That is a little disappointing, but nevertheless, we made our goal. We made it to Kaskaskia. We got to see a little bit of the Liberty Bell of the West. So yeah, it was a successful, all in all, a successful trip, I think. Really loved the Indian mounds were pretty cool, I thought. So let's get headed home and let's see where there might be one more thing I can spot here on this road. Let me see if I can find it. They actually have the old schoolhouse getting refurbished on the island too. If I'm not mistaken, I believe my grandma actually went to this schoolhouse when she was a child. Yeah, I brought you here to show you this one last thing. Look at this tombstone here. And if you look at the dates, you can see that this married person died at the age of 27 on November 20th. Joseph died on November 16th, just 4 days earlier, at the age of 23. And Arthur died November 18th, 2 days before that, at the age of 18. That was just how nasty that influenza attack was in the 1918s. 3 people, 3 kids, all in their youth and their strength, all died within 6 days of each other in the same house, in the same family. Had to be devastating, devastating. This is the old cemetery on the island of Kaskaskia. And actually, I think I'm slightly related to those people through marriage. Alrighty, so that brings our adventure to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed the trip. Stay tuned in the future for more trips. They might be a little spread out because my work schedule's crazy, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. So until next time, you guys have fun and keep on making those trips. Talk to you later.